Hello! Well, I've just watched Doctor Who, and that was I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because not everyone's seen it, but I've just seen it and it was interesting, and I quite liked it. Yes, I did like it. I don't think it really ruined the continuity like a lot of people said it was going to. So that was my bathroom in there. You could just see the sink, and yeah, I enjoyed it. How did you feel about it? Oops, I've just. I haven't been here for a while, have I? No, I haven't done any videos for quite a while. Hello, hello, hello. I haven't done anything. I keep meaning to, and then I'm like, I was going to do one for St. David's Day today, so that's what I've titled this, St. David's Day as well. Oh my god, hello, hello. Say in Chinese. I don't know what that says in Chinese, but hello. I was going to do like all Welsh phrases. I still could, but it was going to be for St. David's Day, and I thought by the time I remembered, spam. I don't know. By the time that I remembered it, St. David's Day was Dewy Santa. What's it? Yeah. Anyway, I liked it. I did enjoy it. I liked it a lot. This not St. David's Day. I didn't really do anything for St. David's Day, but Doctor Who. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it, and they're very fancy schmancy. The non-spoilery. I'm not going to spoil it, but very fancy schmancy, weren't they? People that have seen it will know what I mean. Very fancy schmancy, and yeah. That was good, and it solved a lot of things. People were like, 12, how do they get around 12? It's like, yeah, well, there you go. That's how they do it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Good. But it raises a lot more mysteries than it solves, doesn't it? A lot more mysteries. Yeah. I'm just trying to hold this without getting it over the camera. I'm a bit antsy. It's just like, I think it's just sort of the fact that I haven't done a video for so long. I'm just like, what do you do in front of the camera? I can't remember. I don't know who that saying Chinese is. I don't know what any of that says. But does anybody speak Chinese? They can tell me. I washed my hair, so it's a bit wet here. So sorry about that. I didn't dry it before I don't like to. I don't like to put it under a hairdryer, so it's going to be like this until it dries, and I've left it quite late in the day, so it's going to be a bit of a mess for a while. Yeah, I've got that sort of hair that's not curly and it's not straight, it's just messy. So that is my hair. So yeah, Doctor Who. Woo! Lots of things that are going on that could answer it, and then there's going to be a hello, yeah, that's an emoji. I know that emoji. So hello, say it in Chinese, emoji. Yes, crying with laughter face. Yeah, so, I don't know what's going on really in the world. Things. Oh, I'm going to Edinburgh again this year. I know. I keep saying, it's miserable. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I've got a job in order to save up for Edinburgh, and if I don't go, then I've sort of, what else would I do in August, really? It's a long, old month. And if I'm not doing that, what will I do? So it will be the vegetable thing. So I will have to write it now. I definitely will have to write it. But I'm going to be staying probably outside Edinburgh again, but a little bit nearer. So it's easier to get in and out. Near the beach again. Lovely beach. So I hope the sea levels, the party on the sea. I hope the sea levels don't rise before August, although it's looking very likely that they will, because everything is underwater. I mean, the last video I did in Wales, where the water levels rose, and they kept getting higher, and as far as I know, there's been another two. There was since then, Storm Dennis. I think Storm Dennis was while I was there, and Storm Jorge, which was going to be Storm Ellen, but Storm Ellen turned into Storm Jorge as it had a bit of an identity issue, and it decided to go with Jorge instead. That's fair enough. Oh, was really? Yeah, that's exactly. Am I speaking too fast, Philip? I'm sorry. It's just adrenaline from not doing it. Is that what it is? Okay, well, thank you, say it in Chinese. Yeah, I suppose if you don't really speak whatever language I'm speaking fluently, it could be too fast. Understandable. I was speaking fast. Good point out. Anyway, so that Doctor Who episode, very good. And and so the video that I was going to do today, though, was going to be a Welsh useful Welsh phrases, because I know I did a video a few years ago about how nobody in Wales speaks Welsh, but I mean obviously people in Wales, but some do, and more people now than ever, because there was a drive by the government to have 1 million people speaking Welsh by the year 2050, so lots of people are speaking Welsh. And I found on Google News, gave me a thing about Pontypool, my hometown, having a Welsh language festival thing yesterday in the leisure centre, where they all went and they sang happy songs, and they got all the non-Welsh language speaking schools to come and sing along with them and taught them songs. And that was nice happy jolly thing. So that's good. There's still a lot of hostility to Wales, to Welsh speaking in the part of the, there's a lot of people that don't speak Welsh, and I think you're scared of things that you don't really understand. So if you don't understand Welsh, then you don't understand. It's like, what is that word? What are those weird words? Bore da? Pronoun da? What does that mean? Yeah. Well, because I was learning, when I did the video saying that nobody speaks Welsh, I didn't really speak. I didn't. I mean, apart from Pili Pala Publicum and Billy Doka, which, they are Welsh words, but they were things that were on S4C, S4C, when I was growing up. Apart from that, I really didn't know. I mean, even Shemai, that was alien to me. I didn't know it. So I do know quite a lot of Welsh now. I know enough to read. I was reading when I was in the bath, washing my hair and everything. I was reading a book in Welsh that is made for learners, and I was struggling a bit, but I mostly understood it. It was about Wales in Bloom garden thing, and I think some sheep came and ate some flowers, and it was all a bit of a disaster. And I think I understood what was going on, but I think understanding and speaking it still a little bit difficult. But I was doing what's it called, Duolingo. Now Duolingo, it took about 3 months into it before they taught me the words for toilet, which is tea bag. You could also toilet die, I think, but tea bag, so which means little house, and it's got a little roof over the Y and T, T-Y, T. It's a tea house with a little roof. So if you took the roof away, then it would be very wet. Anyway, yes, so that is that's useful, isn't it? Knowing the words for toilet and good morning and good afternoon and hello. Hello! That's the word for hello. Yeah. I haven't done it for a long time because it is, I got all the way through the ladder, all the way through, and I got the crowns, and then I went through it another time, so I got up to 2 stars or 2 whatevers, and I got, so the doctor has an unconscious memory being ginger, exactly, and which everyone, I said it too fast, I'm sorry. Yeah, the doctor had an unconscious. Yeah, and that's why he put up with Mel and I want to call her Valerie. Her name's not Valerie. Valerie's got ginger hair. Valerie. It's not a spoiler. That's why he put up with Melanie. Can't understand. Melanie, who was played by what's her name? Bonnie Langford, and Turlo, who was played by not Bonnie Langford. And also Donna. And that's why he liked them, because he likes gingers. That's not a spoiler. That's just fact. Everyone else was like, no, and he liked them. Because he likes gingers. How is that a spoiler? Yeah, how is that a spoiler? Not, is it? No. So he's been everything, though. That is a spoiler. That is a spoiler. Now, I thought that was quite interesting. I think that's really good what they did. Bonnie Langford, yeah. I just feel like I've met Bonnie Langford, and I don't think I have. She's one of those people that... I've met a lot of people. Maybe I'm getting her confused with someone else. I know I mentioned when I was home, there was a thing about Cilla Black, and I mentioned to my parents that I'd met Cilla Black. And they were like, did you? And I'm like, I must have told you that I'd met Cilla Black before. Because I met her at a sort of, it was a launch to a TV show she was doing. She was making a comeback because she hadn't been on TV for a few years. So it must have been, like 2004, 2005, something like that, ages ago. And she was making a big comeback, and everyone was really excited. It was on one of the little channels, and she said to me, she did talk to me. She was really chatty and nice. She said to me that because there was food being handed out, no, don't eat the food, don't eat rat food, because she was very paranoid that they would poison her food or do something. Because I think somebody had slipped something into her food. Anyway, the reason I brought her up is because she's a redhead. And so we were talking about redheads. I knew there was a reason for that. Why am I talking about that? I was thinking, oh yeah, that's right. That's why. So yes, I do talk too fast, say it in Chinese, way too fast. But so Borada, Pranamda, Nosta. So that's good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, that's the evening. And there you go. False memory. Yeah, I know, it didn't really make sense, did it? But I don't want to spoil it because not everybody's seen it. It was like a layer on top of a layer. Or was it a real memory? Or was it a fake memory? Or was it a real memory? Or was it a fake memory? Yeah, it wasn't clarified, really, was it? It wasn't clarified. And that also, this is a bit of a spoiler too. If that timeline stays, which isn't the original timeline, because that one from Game of Thrones was at the end of time, and she was watching Gallifrey burn at the end of time. I suppose it doesn't really. I suppose it could still be there. Does that cancel out that? Anyway, she was there with another TARDIS, wasn't she? Is that a spoiler? That happened like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. This is the trouble when you've just done this is not a podcast, is it? When you're doing a live thing after it and you have seen something, and some of the people that are tuning in, if that's what they're doing, have seen it, but not everyone has, and not everyone cares. So that's why I was speaking Welsh instead. Oh, interesting point. Last week, St. Fagans was in Doctor Who. St. Fagans, which I've got a video. I went to visit it, and you can see the place where they did the Garda scenes in the thing that you said just then. The Garda scenes. They went around the corner because there's like they go past a shop, which is in St. Fagans Welsh National Welsh History Museum. I'm not sure what it's called. Anyway, it's a shop which was also in the human. What was it? There was a two-parter, and the second part was Family of Love, and I think the first one was human something. Where Doctor was hiding on Earth, and he'd used the chameleon arc. Anyway, he didn't. He thought he was Doctor. He thought he was John Smith, didn't he? And he was in front of a shop on a cricket pitch. This is it is a lot. It is, isn't it? Yeah. He was, anyway, in that episode, Human Nature, that's it. In that episode, he was on a cricket pitch in front of a shop. If you go back and watch that, from years ago it was, it's one of the ones that had, I've forgotten everybody's name. Anyway, it was in that, and he was in front of a shop, which was St. Fagans. And this was also the same place. So he's probably got memories of that because he's been there. It looked exactly the same because it was the same. And then you go around the corner and there's the building, which in real life used to be a working men's institute in South Wales, and is now disguised as the Garda in that episode, which was on last week. The biggest revelation is actually only Words of the Master. Is it? Words of the Master. Is it? The biggest revelation was... Okay, I'm not sure which one there was. There was a lot of revelations. And it's like, oh, think back. What did I say? Think to what I said. Yeah, they didn't actually say what they were, did they? Yeah, I'd have to remember what he said. I can't remember what he said now, so there you go. Anyway. Lacy heads. Is that a spoiler? It is. Lacy heads. That's the sort of weird spoiler that you wouldn't know is a spoiler until you see it, and then you go, what? What a silly thing to do. Yeah. But I was having a discussion earlier on with my flatmate about jumping the shark. I don't think it did this time, but the phrase jumping the shark, which obviously famously came from Happy Days when Fonzie jumped a shark with a he was on water skis, I think. The first time I heard that, Timeless Child Identity. Is that, but that revelation is, that was just the heart of it. That explains the not 12 generations. Anyway, if you read the sidebar, then you'll see what that, I'm saying things, and unless you read the things on the side that people are saying. Anyway, yeah, that was a revelation, I suppose. Yeah, but I mean, you could have sort of called that quite easily. It's like, yeah, of course it is. Nah. But that does explain the whole how you can get away with having as many as you like. And what was I saying? I can't remember where I was going now with that. I was talking about jumping the shark. Yes, in Happy Days. Now, the first time I heard the phrase jumping shark, I've said this before. Somebody, a colleague, because I was working at a TV magazine, said that some TV show had jumped the crocodile. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, that comes from Happy Days when Fonzie jumped a crocodile. And I'm like, did it? And then I looked it up and realised that it's not a crocodile at all. And then really jumping the shark was everywhere after that because a lot of TV series did it. But I think that Happy Days jumped the shark when Al died. Basically, that's a long time ago into Happy Days. But if you watch it on reruns and stuff, you're like, it's going along quite nicely, and they're all going to the diner, and then maybe Al wasn't in it at the beginning. I'm just trying to think, and I'm like, hang on. I don't think I saw the early days of Happy Days anyway, so maybe I only saw the middle years. And then not. And then I didn't really see the end of it. I don't know. I can't remember. Because Channel 4 and stuff like that, S4C, as we had, they didn't put it in Welsh, but there weren't that many TV series on, but they did repeat things like Happy Days, if I remember rightly. I think I am remembering rightly. And they had a lot of things on. Anyway, ask me something to say something in Welsh. Say Welsh. What? Yeah. Ask me to say something in Welsh, and then I'll say something in Welsh. Because I'm not very good at saying things in Welsh, and I'm going in and out of focus. I don't know why that's happening. And then I can say something in Welsh. I can say Doctor Who in Welsh. Doctor Who in Welsh would be... Medig pwy? Would it? I don't know. Maybe not. That sounds a bit stupid. Medig pwy? Pwy medig? I'm just trying to think whether the doctor would come first. Yeah, medig pwy. That sounds a bit stupid, doesn't it? Yeah, and master would be, I don't know, master. It was a lie. Yeah, that's true. You could do that. And also, there's no proof because it was all broken up. Yeah. The Matrix. That was a good film, wasn't it? Yes. Is that a spoiler? Is it a spoiler for The Matrix? Is it a spoiler for something else? I don't know. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, so this is a bit of a something for nothing. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, hasn't it? What with everyone coming down with viruses and the heavens opening and everything getting very wet and being underwater. And then it snowed on Thursday. It snowed and I was expecting it to stick, but it didn't. Oh, okay. But it is Medig pwy. If it was Dr. Howe, it would be Medig shut. And if it was Dr. When, would it be Medig Pryd? Anyway, it's not. It's Doctor Who. So Dr. Y would be Medig Pam. Medig Pam. Dr. Y. No, I'm telling you the truth because I did the whole of the Duolingo several times and I still don't speak any Welsh at all except for saying stupid things like that. Yeah, tup things. Tup peth. Peth tup. Yeah, put things in a different order in Welsh and I still can't get my head around that really. Peth top. Things stupid. Stupid things. Yeah. Anyway. So basically summing up. I've tried to talk about Doctor Who without talking about Doctor Who. I've talked about Deeds Dewey Sant, and that's completely the wrong way around. I've talked about St. David's Day, but not really. I saw out the back of my garden, I saw a little daffodil, and I was going to get the daffodil, and I was going to pick it, and then I was going to do the brilliant video, and then I didn't, and I'm not going to do it now. So that's summing up. This is summing up, is not really summing up, is it? I'm just going down another path of blabbering, as I usually do. So Doctor Who, not spoiling it. RuPaul's Drag Race. Nothing to do with that. Snow, rain, illness, St. David's Day, going to Edinburgh. Yeah. And that's what I've talked about. And Bonnie Langford. Yeah, words for the day. I don't know where I'm going. Anyway, this is why I don't do videos very often, because I'm like, don't know what the heck I'm doing anymore. I'm trying not to swear. And then it's because I don't know why, because you don't need to be child friendly on YouTube anymore, but you can't be appealing to adults either. So I don't really know what YouTube's for anymore. It's not for grown-ups and it's not for children. Who is it for? Pwee. Who is it for? I don't know. No clue. So that went well, didn't it? I've lost everyone. 4 people. There was 9 at one point, and they've all run away, and I don't blame them. So, it's good now. I don't have to go into the freezer because this one doesn't get hot. But I am getting to 21 minutes, and I'm quite aware that I've talked nothing but nonsense, and everybody's run away. 3 now. So I should probably round that up now. I will try and make some videos in the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to have to think about it, and I'm very busy and I really don't know what I'm doing. So, did I ever? So I'll try and think of any. If anybody's got any ideas, then put in comments. It is. Thank you very much, Philip. If anybody's got any ideas of videos that they would like to see in the future, put it in comments and I will take it into consideration. Go on. So, subscribe. Put a little bell on. The little bell that you... I'm not good at this. When they go, whoa, subscribe, and then stick the little bell on so that you get notified of all my videos, but I don't make them very often anymore. And then, just comment. That should be good. Comment about what videos I should be making. Because I should be making some. I just can't think what. Anyway, I'm off now. Have a lovely day. See you soon. 'Tis the end of the day for most people. I don't know though. It's quite early if you're not in Britain. It's probably the morning, isn't it? Mid-afternoon, some places. But it's nearly the end of the day. Back to work tomorrow. Unless all the schools and works are closed for various reasons. Which I hope they're not. Bye-bye. See ya.